glad to see you today. I'm gonna drop this music down a little bit. Hope that wherever you are feeling light and love. I'm going to now invite everyone to come in on my social, and I invite you to do the same. And while I am firing up these shares at the top of today's Good Report, I'm going to let you know that we're still looking for performers and singers wherever you are, and also actors wherever you are for Love City projects. So if you're interested in reading or, reading plays or being an actor, or maybe you wanted in your past to be one and now you want to give it a shot, reach out to us at lovecityarts.org. And we will connect the dots, friends. I'm also going to share this out over on Love City Arts page as well. And I think that'll be good on that. Make sure there's no echo in here. Hey, Ashley B. and Rebecca Price. Good to see you. Hope that everyone's having a great night. Okay, I'm finally locked in and loaded. What's been happening? Today is Thursday, May 7th in the year of our Lord 2020. Hey Tia, good to see you. I am shuffling angel cards which will guide our discussion together today. Let me know how you are, what's going on for you. Anything you say will show up in this little spot right here. Well, the card that jumped out initially was one that, okay, this will do. The card that jumped out initially was yesterday's card, so we certainly couldn't have that happen, but the card that we have selected today, I don't think we've had before, so that'll add a little bit of freshness to what's going on here. So I gather here every night just to hold space for light, love, and abundance, gratitude, and appreciation. So thank you for stopping by, just to chill for a little bit. I'm going to try to fix these levels of sound. Give me 1 second. This may take us up a little bit. There we go. All right. Sometimes you just have to balance on the fly. Life's not perfect all the time, and I wanted to make sure that you all could partake in the fun of the sounds. Hey, Callie. Good to see you. So tonight's card that we've picked is Strength. And let's see what the book has to say about it. Strength. Strength is defined as the ability to take action regardless of the outer pressures. Measure your strength by the degree to which you are willing to remain true to your values and risk the unknown. Once again, tonight's card is Strength. Strength is the ability to take action regardless of the outer pressures. Measure your strength by the degree to which you are willing to remain true to your values and risk the unknown. Hey, Callie, good to see you. Yeah, how are things in New York? I don't know how things are in New York because I don't leave the house. I've been inside for 55 days now. And so I really wouldn't know how New York are. I mean, how are things here? I'm cooking very, very yummy foods and listening to really, really yummy lectures and fulfilling the needs of a bunch of projects. But yeah, I'm not doing that outside of the house. Everything is digital for me and will be until I hear news that this is contained. But I've stopped watching the numbers. I've stopped watching like the news. I figure if things get really, really off, kilter, if things really go out of balance. And I mean, I'm not pretending that things are in balance, but if there's a super disturbance in the force, my phone will start to like buzz from all of my people wanting to tell me about it, even though they don't live here, which is a gift. And then also all of the media outlets and stuff will also do the same. So I'm of the opinion that I can pretty much lay low. And when I don't know what you're saying, damn to, you're like, damn. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Probably to the 55-day thing. But yeah, no matter what happens externally, I want to keep internal peace. And one of the ways that I do that is by in Buddhism we call them sense gates. I think I've talked about that before here. It's like your eyes are the gates to the inside, your ears are gates to the inside, and so I'm trying to be mindful of what I take in my sense gates, because there are forces at work that would legitimately try to scare you. Like scare you. Oh, I see you were laughing about the 55 days. Cool. Yeah, there are forces out here that would this is not me saying that coronavirus is not real. Coronavirus is very real. That's why I've been in the house for 55 days. I take it very seriously. But I'm also saying to you that if you are just taking in fear all the time, it can wreck your peace of mind. And so, hey, Katie, good to see you watching tonight for even a little bit. Thank you to everyone watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, Periscope, and also lovecityarts.org. We have a stream on the main webpage there. The only reason why I come in here is to hoist a couple of flags up. And on those flags is beautifully written and designed the words gratitude and appreciation. We can spend 23 hours of our day being agitated and beside ourselves and just fed up. But let's make sure, and I mean, the timing is according to what you want. But let's make sure that if it's 3 minutes, it's 3 minutes, or 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 1 minute. Just give yourself at least a sliver of time to just breathe in the fact that you are still alive. Yes, the sky is falling. Yes, bad things are happening. Yes, this is a really effed up situation. But you and I are alive. And so because we are alive, we owe it to ourselves to just put out our fires, but also rejoice. So if you've not laughed today, I'm not a comedian, so you're going to have to watch a Netflix special. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. I'm not a comedian, so I can't be funny on command. People tell me that I'm funny, but I don't feel like I'm a funny person. That's not my gift. It's like Eddie Murphy's and who else? Who are your funny people? Let me know in the comments who makes you laugh. Who are your funny people? I used to love, may he rest in peace, Robin Williams as a child. Mrs. Doubtfire was one of my favorite movies. Hello! I just loved that as a kid. I loved all of the Sister Act movies. So Whoopi Goldberg was very funny to me, like in Ghost. Was that the name of the movie? Ghost? Yes. In Ghost and everything. Child. She was funny. So, I mean, yeah. If you need hilarity, I'm not that guy. But what I am is a guy that gathers on here for pure, right? Isn't Robin Williams, may he rest in peace, amazing? I mean, even just deep movies like, what was that deep movie with the kids? There was a movie with it wasn't Shawshank Redemption. There's a movie where Robin Williams is a teacher. And he teaches this class like amazing life lessons. He was great in that one too. And that was more of a dramatic piece. Or him in didn't he do the doctor movie with the nose? Robin Williams was just such a gift to us. I can already tell you I'm gonna. Does anybody know what the name of that movie is where he was teaching the kids? Dead Poet Society. Yes. And then Patch Adams. Yes. Katie for the win. Callie. Oh, it was like a team effort. Katie gave me Dead Poet Society. Callie gave me Patch Adams. Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys. I was completely lost in the sauce. In the meantime, I'm gonna trade out this track for something new. Let's see what Rainy Days in Tokyo is like. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, right? That's a good place to kind of be for a second. Yes, Patch Adams. See, I would have never gotten there. Oh my goodness, how's your week been? We are apparently on the other side of the hump, if these were normal times. So how are you doing? How are you? I'm gonna readjust my ankle. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, more yoga is what I need. How are you doing? We are apparently on the opposite side of hump day, Wednesdays, the middle of the week. How are you coming down the other side of the mountain? Are you doing well? That's all we're here for. I just kind of just sit here and bounce off whoever's in the space. I'm really close up on myself tonight, though. Do we need all of that? Okay. There we go. This is very, very live. This is very, very real. Okay, so we've already picked our card. It looks like this one's going to be a short one tonight. All I do is come and just sit down so that we can intentionally be grateful. I'm so grateful for a technology session that I had with Anne today. I'm so grateful for the lunch I had and the plantains that I made. I'm so grateful for, it was pretty beautiful out today when I just stepped out on the ledge for just a little bit to take in fresh air. And that's part of my good report. That's what I'm going to log with all of you today. What is some of your, there are comments here. I close my eyes. Callie says, eating and drinking way too much with no motivation to do anything. Listen, if you don't have motivation, it'll come to you. At some point, you'll be inspired to just, you'll know. You know those moments when you're like, your room is super messy or the house is super unkept and you're just like, you hit that place where you're like, damn it, I just need to fix this. I just need to like be done with this. And you just clean up everything, and then it's all reset, and you're like, that feels so much better. You'll know when that moment comes, Callie. You'll know it. I trust that you'll know it. Katie says, doing good, eating some great gelato. What's in the gelato, Katie? And excited for the weekend. What's happening this weekend, Katie? You must be still like working in some capacity traditionally, Katie, because if you're excited for the weekend, because let me tell you something, every day has been feeling like a weekend over here. Callie says, but things are good and I am blessed and grateful. Yes, we're blessed and grateful. We can hold two things as true at the same time. We can think that things are jacked up and also jacked up, but also really, really beautiful at the same time. Katie says, grateful to be in a part of the country that is naturally socially distanced. Where are you, Katie, again? I keep forgetting. You can just give us the state so no one comes to find you. What state are you in? And I think Callie's in Hawaii, but I'm not sure. Anyway, wherever you are watching from, I am so grateful. Says, Katie says the gelato is peanut butter and chocolate, and it's my little boy's birthday. Happy birthday, little boy. And Mother's Day is this weekend. I'm so sorry that I keep forgetting that people celebrate Mother's Day. And yes, I do too, but this year is just difficult for me somehow. Understandably so. And yes, I'm still working through way less than normal, which I'm grateful for. Yeah, I'm working, though, way less than normal, which I'm grateful for. And Katie's in New Hampshire. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you're still working, but I'm glad that it's way less than normal. No one needs normal, working in this time. We need to kind of chill and be gentle with ourselves and each other, I feel. And New Hampshire is just naturally socially distanced. Kylie's actually not in Hawaii. I'm in DC. I'm in the DC suburbs. I wish. He's saying that he wishes that he was in Hawaii. You're watching from Virginia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for being here. Every night I usually try to, let's see if I can find a good space to take us. That's not quite it either. But that'll do. I'm just kind of wanting to, I think this will do. It's like being in the car with me, right? So yeah, every night around this time, I just ask that we who have gathered around the well, whether you have gathered in real time, whether you're staying, whether you're just about to go, I want to invite everyone to just take your rest on a rock around the well that we've been sitting around now for the last, let's see what the dashboard says. We've been together for about 15, now 16 minutes. And so that's enough time to just kind of get comfortable for just a few minutes more and just settle into this space of, like I said, sitting on your tuffet and just chilling out. And as I do every night as we gather around the well, to just speak and write and type our good reports. Just a little community gathering, if you will. I always invite us at this point every night to take a deep breath in. Make it the deepest breath that you've taken all day. And I take one with you. So here we go. Deep breath in. And breath out. And I probably shouldn't be raising my shoulders. That could be a stress response. Just the way I'm having to sit tonight with all of this awkwardness. One more big breath. If you haven't remembered to breathe today, or if you've been breathing and not really mindfully thinking about it, I want to invite you to just breathe in. And breathe out. So good. And now is the time when we usually invite each other to just gently remove. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Because we've taken that breath, we're going to take one more, but we're going to take it in a specific place. We're going to forget everything that happened yesterday up into the present moment. And we're going to just lay down the anxiety of what's to potentially come. Like the jobs we need to get and the stabilization of the economy. We're just gonna surrender that for a moment, and we're just gonna bring ourselves right to the present moment. For me, that is 8:53. Hey, Melissa, that is 8:53 p.m. Eastern. So find your clock or look at your clock and see what time it is. Now we're gonna take this last third. We've been practicing because I forgot. So we've been practicing these last couple of breaths. But we're going to now take this third breath, but we're going to take it sandwiched right here in the beautiful present moment. Okay, biggest breath of the day. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Wow. And here we land at 54 minutes past the hour, or 6 minutes till the next hour. And now, in this present moment, at 6 minutes till the top of the hour, I invite you in the present moment where past and future does not abide for the moment. I invite you to just lay down all of the heaviness of your day. You can pick it up when you go if you want to, but for the purposes of this exercise, I'm just going to ask you to lay those things down. Take them off your shoulder. You've been feeling a little heavy, a little weighted. Just take all of those things off of your shoulders that could have been making you feel really heavy, really sad, really agitated, really lonely, really, 10,000 things. I can't name all the things that could have been upsetting you today and upsetting me today and worrying you today and worrying me today. I can't pretend to know what those things are, to understand them fully. They're very personal. I get it. But whatever those things are that have been making you feel a little not like yourself, a little strange, a little, that's the feeling. I want to invite you to take those things off of your shoulder. I don't have a shoulder in this shot. Take it off your shoulder and just gently place it down by your feet on these rocks that we're sitting around. Just place it down and just feel what it feels like for a brief moment to not have. Now, those of you who are not like in this with me, you must not remember make believe as children. How we used to play together all the time and make believe that we were in, fortresses and things when we were just outside in the yard. So come back to that place and take off the heavy things that have been like lead shoulder pads on your shoulder all day, those worries and those cares, and just set them down, by our feet, on these rocks that we're sitting on. We're just going to allow ourselves just for a few moments to just be without the worry. We're going to just allow ourselves to be without, just for a moment. I'm not really concerned right now with what's going to happen later. Just right now in the present moment. Now 4 minutes to the top of the hour. The present moment. 56 minutes past the hour, wherever you are. That's where we are. That's where we've decided collectively that we are. And in this moment, we've laid down the worry. And we just breathe here for a moment. I'm breathing too. And that, friends, is what a mindfulness moment feels like. It's not as long as people like to make it think. You think, you got to sit around for 3 hours to touch peace. Peace is right here in the present moment. 57 minutes, 3 minutes till top of the hour. Still moving moment by moment. Do you see what I've been doing here? I've just been kind of now 58, minutes past the hour, 2 minutes till the top. I'm just being here and abiding in space with all of you, just for the present moment. Nowhere to be, nowhere to come from, nowhere to be. Just right here in this moment. It's the sweetest thing. It's just such a wonderful gift. And you could think, oh man, he has lost it. No. I found it. I found this present moment, this moment of And every night I go off on a tangent about how they took this away from us. Society and people, and very powerful people motivated by evil, and they took this away from us. They made us think that we were our things. They made us think that we were our degrees. They made us think that we were our body mass index. They made us think we were our weight. And I can't get off of this point because we've been talking about it all week. We have given special attention to the most beautiful Adele. We've given her the most attention this week because of her physical appearance, something that has nothing to do with who she is. But society and the masses are giving her more attention because she's thin, because they believe on some level within themselves that thin is in. But let me tell you something, baby. No matter how you present in the world, there's only one you. And I don't know. Oh, this is the perfect time. Y'all know what happened. My I am enough alarm went off right as I'm talking about how you are enough and I am enough. Sure did, just went off. You heard it. My I am enough alarm. I program 2 times a day in my phone something that pops up and says I am number 1 and I am number 2. It's what it pops up and says. Those 2 reminders, 1, 2. And that one just told me that I am enough, and I affirm that I am enough and you are enough. And we can really walk through life not pressuring each other to be skinny or thin or white. We can really walk through life not pressuring each other to behave as white people do. We can really just be ourselves and have the conversations of light and love that we want to, because we are enough and we just deserve, and we've been worthy. We've always been worthy. I feel like this is this message that I'm going to be proclaiming for the rest of my life. Every time that I can, in person or remote like this, I'm always going to jump on here for the rest of my life until I take my last breath. I won't be on here every day. It's been 55 days. I really, really want to take a run. I really want a treadmill. I would love a spin class right now. It's okay. Back to the point. For as long as I can. Hey, Merle. Hey, Melissa, for as long as I can share it, I'll be trying to remind myself gently that I am enough, that you are enough, and that I don't have to be afraid of you or intimidated by you or angry with you or upset at you or jealous of you or any other thing, because I am enough. And because I recognize that you are enough and that you are divinity, I bow to the divinity within you, and I call that from the depths of you. Even if you behave nasty towards me, there's a lot of energy, and I'm not saying that these men do not deserve to be tried and brought to justice, but there's a lot of anger right now related to the gentleman who was murdered in cold blood in South Georgia. And I just want to let you know, like, recognize evil and name evil, but don't get stuck in that energy. Be mad and call for accountability as much as you want to, but don't get stuck in anger, and don't get stuck in stress bringing, trigger bringing. Like, it's been very, very alarming to me to see how many people are just irresponsibly throwing up the video of this gentleman. Even like some of y'all went to YouTube and found the video to put on your feed so the algorithm could make me see it. I'm over the suffering. And for those of you that thought, oh, well, maybe you should get off of YouTube, maybe you should get off of Facebook, maybe you shouldn't be here, I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you to be more responsible with the vibration you bring, so that it can elevate all of our lives, right? Holy tangent. But you hear some of you who are watching now, thank you people watching on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and lovecityarts.org. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out. But this tangent is very, very real upon me right now. Come on. Let's be responsible for what we share. You're going to notice in my social, I'm not going going super negative anymore. I'm not going to do it. And that doesn't make me better than anyone. That doesn't make my process better than anyone. But I'm just not personally sharing another video. Some of y'all are more annoyed at me for sharing my videos and things of love than you are about the just what I feel to be the irresponsible sharing of that white supremacist porn. Every time how many more black men do we need to see killed in cold blood? That you sharing that video with me does not change a thing. It raises awareness, and it's like a oh no moment, but we've been having these oh no moments for hundreds of years and nothing has changed. Save your post. I feel the same way about a white supremacist sharing of a video that I feel about thoughts and prayers. What is that going to do? We need to start taking accountability and responsibility for our behavior. Please stop sharing this, and let's get about the business of actually coming together with concrete resolutions or zero tolerance policies that if any white person kills a black person in cold blood in our country, there's mandatory sentencing. Y'all put mandatory sentencing on people for selling weed, and yet there's no mandatory sentencing for a person murdering a black man in cold blood. We have a sickness, and I will continue to say it until I take my last breath, or until the CIA and FBI, who I know tunes into these things, takes me out. One of the two. Because like there's no reason why this proliferation of smut is going on the way that it's going on. But like, people have a negativity bias, and they're drawn to saying, oh no, to black men being murdered while they run, and in their homes and outside of their homes. Botham John just eating a bowl of vanilla ice cream and get shot for no reason that is apparent to us that we know. And I don't even know where she is right now, that so-called law enforcement officer. So, lots of work to do. I'm not trying to be a buzzkill today. I'm just trying to just raise consciousness and personal, inner consciousness, inner awareness, and then that spilled over about the fact that, like, it's very painful and triggering, and the people that were trying to do right by social media were like putting trigger warnings in the headline of their posts so that people had to make a decision. But some of y'all just threw up the video like it was fucking Finding Nemo, and I'm gonna hold you accountable for that going forward. I'm gonna go down into your post, because I love you, and say, please put a trigger warning on your post. If you're going to share video or an article about a black person being killed in cold blood, please, because not all of us are here for that, please at least put a trigger warning in. Just be kind. Just be kind. Because let me tell you something, for it's a microaggression, white people, it's a microaggression to just post that, and then there's not going to be any change. If you're gonna post that and still sit in your privilege, then save the post. It's so funny that I encounter social justice warriors or well-meaning people all the time, and when you scrape beneath the surface of the thoughts and prayers post, or when you scrape beneath the claps for the first responders, which is important, but when you scrape beneath all of that, you sometimes find that like people really aren't about giving up their true privilege for the sake of another. They want the optics of kindness, but not the actual kindness. And I want to call us into the actual kindness. I know that a lot of you that are listening right now are like, it's like preaching to the choir, but someone's going to pop through here either being nosy about my life, which happens, or because they are drawn to my vibe, which happens, or they can't stand me and they want to know what's going on, and that happens. Whatever it is, they'll come in here, and I just want you to know that we have a choice in this life. We have a choice in this life. Some of us feel stuck or go in and out of stuckness, but we have a choice in this life, how we want to show up, how we want to live, how joyful we want to be. It's all sandwiched between the points of my finger. We have a choice. We have a choice. And I'm not talking about your circumstances or your suffering right now. I'm talking about your willingness to just believe for a moment that things could turn out okay. So instead of sharing that video of my brothers and sisters, of our brothers and sisters being murdered in cold blood, please lift up some level of love. Please call a black person and say, I love you, I support you, and I'm going to do everything I can with my life to make sure that you're taken care of. Slide into those DMs, as so many of my people have done, and say, hey, I know that I'm in a better socioeconomic place than you are. If you ever fall in hard times, I've got you. Or like I can't name names because that's not appropriate, but I've had friends just drop me cash apps for no reason. I'm not saying that white people should be cash apping all their black people, although there is an important argument to raise for that. I'm just saying, like, actually take care We should actually be taking care of each other as opposed to sharing those videos. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down out there? Or am I just kind of screaming into the internet? Don't share a video or don't say how horrified you are about white supremacist action. Dismantle it. Dismantle it. Tear it down. Tear it down. Confront your boss. Confront your relatives. Be bold in your community about your love of all people and what that means to you, and that you see suffering, or that you listen to black people when we say that it's like it's messed up out here. I need to head out, but I love everything you're about right now. I haven't seen the specific video you're speaking of, but I've definitely gone on similar rants on Facebook about the lack of trigger warnings or freely posting stuff like that. 100% picking up what you're putting down. Thank you so much for sharing you with us and creating this space. Dude, look, I just go live. I'm sorry, that's Katie. I thought that was somebody else. I thought that was Callie. Katie. Sorry. Katie. Let me read this again in Katie's voice in my head. I need to head out, but I love everything you're about right now. I haven't seen the specific video you're speaking of, but I've gone on similar rants on Facebook. Oh yeah, it's like a bunch of things. It's like it's abuse, domestic abuse needs trigger warnings. Facebook could build us. Facebook could give us a feature that when we're sharing, they're getting there though. They're getting there because we now have that little care heart emoji, but they need to give us a way that we can self-tag our posts or tag someone else's posts that what they're saying is triggering. The problem with this is that people get triggered when you say that you had breakfast and you loved it because people are miserable. 100% picking up what you're putting down. Thank you so much for sharing you with us and creating. Oh, Katie, thank you so much. And Katie says, I'm fine with dude. Listen. I just come and sit here in this space as often as I can, and that's been every day now for 55 days, and I hang out with you cool people. You cool, beautiful people. Including the ones that'll listen to the podcast tomorrow under the sound of my voice in replays. Thank you for being you. Thank you for bringing your light to the earth. I'm so glad that we chose, for those of you woo-woo people, and the people who aren't too sanctified from the church that I still am friends with who can hear this, I really believe that we chose to be here. I believe that we chose to come into this life for right now to learn something for the expansion of our souls. That's just what I believe. It's one thing of 10,000 things that one can believe. But I just believe that we decided to be here, that we raised our hands and we said, pick me. I want to live in a time of coronavirus. In the same way that as hard as it and harsh as it may be to hear, a lot of people also chose to pass away and transition in coronavirus. That's just how I believe. And so if I'm here for the evolution of my soul, if I'm here and I'm just passing through sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. If I can get with that and realize that we're in the arc of the story right now, then I'll be able to just walk in love and joy and not be a hater, because we're all just passing through. So know that you're beautiful, and know that you're loved, and know that you're important to me, and also know that you're just passing through. Lighten up. You know, don't lack wisdom, but lighten up. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Have a very great night, friends. Have a very great night. Have a great night, friends, very much. Thank you for tuning into the Good Report. Thank you for listening. Thank you for throwing your support behind us. Thank you for encouraging me in the DMs and letting me know that this matters to you. All of those things are wonderful. I believe that we're going to get through this one step at a time in community. So have a great night. Good to see you, Yvette, as I'm walking out. Hopefully we'll be able to commune together soon. I'm here every night at 8:30. This has been the Good Report by Love City Arts. I'm Andre in the Flow. Know that you are loved. You are loved. You are loved. Have a great night, everybody. Okay, take care. But hi bye, Yvette. Hi bye. I love you. I love you dearly. Have a good one.